Good morning my friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here from Visualised NZ. It is Deal It Up challenge time and I believe we're up to week 29, which is quite incredible really. I can't believe that we've been going for 29 weeks with this challenge. So I hope you're all still really enjoying it. I love seeing what you make when you post in Visual Vibes. It's just really lovely when I see what you make with these prompts. It helps to know that people are engaged and enjoying this. Okay, oh, we haven't had tag for a while, so that's exciting. I'm quite happy that we've got something a little bit different, because we've kind of been going around in a cycle lately with the same sort of thing between pockets and belly bands and tuck spots, I think. So it's quite refreshing to have a tag. I'm just going with the 3 prompts this week. I thought we'd take a break from the 4th prompt, and we're going to use fibres. Okay, and our final prompt. So if you're new here, welcome along. I haven't really explained everything, but you'll pick it up as we go along. It's not complicated. I just pull 3 cards and we make according to the prompts. That's as easy and simple as it is, and you can interpret it however you wish. Let's go the back one for a change. Cool colours. Okay, so today or this week we are making a tag. We're going to use fibres and we're going to incorporate cool colours in some shape or form. So first off, we need a base for our tag. So I'm just going to grab out something. I think a folded page from my glue book will serve as a very good base. Oh, okay, well that's actually 2 separate pieces. Not what I was after. Oh, I seem to be only finding pieces that have been cut in half, which is really weird. That's bizarre. I'll glue those together later. I'm not going to tackle that right now. We don't need to be messing around with that. So I'm going to make a shorter tag, and I'm just going to trim it down a bit. It's got a bit bed up on the bottom where it's been ripped out of the book. So let's just tidy it up first. It's actually got cool colours on it. You know, that's quite random, isn't it? Unexpected. But it's going to be covered up, so it doesn't really matter. Now I am going to make it a bit narrower, because I don't want a tag that's wide and that short. Just the dimensions of it just don't scream pretty tag at me. I don't know. I know they can be any size and dimension, but that just wasn't pleasing to my eye, so I'm going to trim it down a little bit. Tag can be whatever shape you like, and it doesn't even have to be rectangle. It could be a triangle. I've never made a triangle one. Maybe one day I'll make a triangle one. That sounds kind of fun. Right, yes, I do need to add a bit more glue in between. So nothing falls apart on me later down the track. And I think we're good at that end. Right, so we've got our base. I do think I'll go ahead and shape it now. Turn it into our tag shape. I'm just going to use the good old trick of cutting the corner off, then flipping it over and matching it with the opposite corner and cutting. It works really well. Okay, so we've got our tag shape and our tag base. Cool colours. Okay, we've actually had cool colours quite often lately, but that's okay. Actually wondering, I've got this really pretty wrapping paper, maybe not that bit, it's got a few patches missing. And it's got hot colours, but it's also got cool colours. Do I want to just cover the whole thing and then layer it up with some cool colour things? I think that might be what I want to do, because this is pretty. And I feel in the mood for pretty. The crease, I don't mind about the crease. It's recycled. What do we expect? Can't be pristine. Just going to roughly trim it out first, so I can get rid of the bulk of that. Right, time for the glue book. Glue stick, reaching all over the place here. I am going to get annoyed with these sleeves. I've got a lot going on, as you may be aware if you've watched my recent videos. And a friend contacted me and says, do you want to go out for coffee? And I was like, oh, I haven't really got the time. But then I rethought, and I thought, actually, I probably need to get out of my own headspace, need a break, because I'm constantly doing this, and that's fine when I'm, in a normal headspace. But I think a break would actually be really good for me. So I said yes. So I'm dressed for going out for coffee later this morning. So I thought, well, I'll do a video first. And so I'm recording ahead. I normally record the Deal It Up Challenge on a Sunday. I'm recording this on a Friday, because I need to get ahead of the game a little bit, as much as possible. So I thought, well, this is usually a fairly quick video, so I'll get this done, then head out for coffee, and then come back and probably head into the office and get some of the paperwork done I need to get done and want to get done. So that's my plan for this Friday, and I'm operating on a very bad sleep, as is my husband. Our dear Georgie came home from the vets last night. He's doing really well. The procedure went really well. But of course he's still under the effects slightly of anaesthetic. And so he was on the bed all night snoring. And not just a gentle snore, but full on snoring that shook the house. Like, not really, but it felt like it. And so neither of us got a really good sleep. And he's super happy. Like, every time you touch him, he's purring, and he's good. He's good. But the snoring, man, oh man. So feeling quite jaded as well this morning through that. Okay, right. My plan is just to create almost like a little cluster on here using the cool colours. So I'm just grabbing out random little bits out of my my bag of bits that kind of hit the brief of cool colours, and I'm just gonna do a little clustery thing. So I'm not going to glue it down yet, because I want to be able to play with how it looks. Bit of envelope interior is always good. With I know different countries have different colours, but we have blue here in New Zealand is our most common one. Different patterns, but usually blue. It's going to drive me nuts fiddling around with it without it being glued down, but that's okay. We'll just deal to it. Okay, I think that's all I want in terms of paper, and I might just centre it, because why not? Fibres. This could be a challenge, because I don't know what I've got in the way of blue. Not that it needs to be blue, but what I've got in the way of fibres that might actually suit this two-hand without putting you on pause and running away. Ooh! This is this trim. I played with this a little bit in a previous Deal It Up challenge, I think. wanting to put it on, but it didn't really work. So maybe this is the one. Although it's a bit big, so I'd still be left with a scrap of it. Oh yeah, I'm going to do that. That's going to go on the top. Just going to tidy up this end a bit. It's got a bit coming undone a little bit at that end, so I'll just trim. I'm going to have to glue it down. I think I'm going to glue it down pretty quickly to avoid it unraveling more. But I'm thinking I might back the card first, otherwise I'm going to have to glue over top of the lumps and bumps. Right, so that's going to go on the top. Let's just quickly back it first. Just in the interest of making life a little bit easier for myself, rather than gluing that trim on and then finding that oops, it's got our address on the back, so you have to be careful with that. Yeah, so do this first, and quite often I'll do the backing off camera because you don't need to see that done over and over again. Just gluing writing paper onto the back of a tag or a journal card is not, you know, that enlightening, is it? Right, now I'm just going to place this over our address off, you know, hopefully that was kind of off camera. If it wasn't, well, just close your eyes. Pretend you did not see. Right, just taking off a bit of glue, and that's the benefit of actually wrapping paper, is it will stand up to being wiped a little bit better than just like normal paper. Right, so let's trim this down. Oops, it's not stuck very well. I need to give it a press down. Stuck to my fingers. Yeah, so I know that when you see this, you would have had your weekend, whereas I'm just about to head into mine. So I hope you've had a fantastic weekend, everyone. We are going shopping tomorrow. I've got some things I need to get, and hubby's announced that he wants to go to a shop that we've never been to since it moved, called Spotlight. I've been there with a friend, but only once since it moved. So that's cool, that's fun. Hopefully we won't be out too long because I want to, you know, still get some things done around here. Right, so we're all backed, and I just want to give that a good press just to make sure that does stick down properly. I can always go in later, but, you know, I might forget. So let's use a different glue for the trim. And pop that down to stop it unraveling. Get rid of the glue plug so I can actually get glue out. Yeah, so we haven't been out shopping for a while, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. I hope my head feels better by tomorrow though, because I've got a headache today. Taken some drugs, some painkillers, because it's nor'west, which we don't normally get in autumn or winter, but we've got nor'west last couple of days, and today is even stronger. And nor'wests tend to give me headaches, and plus the couple of nights bad sleep definitely do not help. I probably would have had a headache anyway without the nor'west. The nor'west is a wind, if I did not make that clear, and it alters the air pressure, and it's quite common for it to affect people in various ways. Okay, I don't know how well you can see that, but it's very cute, very cute. Right, so back to our little cluster here. something like that. Give or take. Okay, I think I'm going to commit to that actually. I'm just going to lay it down so I'm not fighting with it. Put out my bin of trims and things just a little bit further away so it's not crowding me. And I glued that the wrong way. Never mind, it is what it is. Or did I? Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Do I know anything at this point in time? Am I even making sense? Oh goodness. You're getting some interesting videos out of me lately, aren't you? Just full of nonsense and craziness. I hope it's entertaining you, if nothing else. There we go. Not exactly how I had it, but still looks good. Okay, I haven't lit the fire because it's slightly warmer today. Or should I say my husband didn't light the fire. He said he'd leave it to me to do when I felt like it was necessary. But because I'm going out, it's like, no, I'm not going to light the fire when I'm going to be out for half the morning. That's just a waste of wood. Sorry, just a quick sip of my cup of tea there. Do you want to put this wee snippet on as well? No, save that for something else. I'm sure it will come in handy. Oh, I've got another bit of it there, little snippet. I'm just looking in my trim bin here to see if there's any other sort of blue fibre things that I might like to put in. There's a bit of lace that's been painted. It's got blue paint on it. No, don't think so. Oh, we've got a little flower that I've embroidered onto a piece of denim. It's kind of cute, but I don't know whether I want a bulk. You know, it needs to go into a pocket or something, so I'm not sure if I want the bulk. Just fossicking here for a moment, see if there's anything else I might like. Bit of ribbon. Kind of like the ribbon actually. Okay, let's work with that. I'm going to give it a little banner sort of ends. I'm going to fold it in half and might use a different pair of scissors because those ones have got a bit sticky. It's not going to be the same on both ends, that's fine. Don't mind that. That's cute. I like that. Okay, so let's use our alcohol glue and I'm just going to slap it on down there. Come on, out you come. I haven't got any fibres in that container like wool or things like that. I just remembered I do have embroidery floss in a different container. I wonder. Well, a bag actually, it's not a container. Oops, knocking things over as per usual. Yes, I do have blue in here, but do we want blue? We could go with green. bring it, because we've got green in the background, so green wouldn't be out of place. Or we could go with blue. There's a lighter blue. No, don't like that one with it. It's darker blue. Maybe I'll use all three. Let's be daring. Okay. So I'm just going to pull off about one length of each. I'm not going to use one length of each, but these are all colours that, or hanks that you can't get anymore. So I'm not worried about, or this one might not be. Oh no, it is. Not worried about using them up or anything. And I'll save the bits I don't use. I always do like this. I'll wrap them around the paper, the label. Right, here we go. I'm just going to leave them long for now until I've worked out. I'm thinking of just doing a little bow. There's a trick to this, and I never seem to get it right about how to get your bows both sitting on top. Oops. I think it's that you go around the underneath. I don't know. It's just... Well, that actually worked. So going around the back and then under and through. Normally I'd go around the front and then through. So, yeah. Oh, that's so cute. So just trim up that a little bit. But I do feel like I want a focal image there of some description, probably a flower. Just trying to think what I've got. So of course I'm going to head to my Artsology flowers. Oh, that's pretty. Is that too wide? Oops, a bit bent up. We've already got a bow on the stems, but we can always chop that off. I'm gonna be daring. I'm gonna chop that off. That's a printable. I can reprint it. It's not a problem. Yes, let's do that. Let's do it. So it is going to have a bit of bulk, this tag, so it will just need to be handled carefully, putting in and out of pockets. But I'm sure it will be fine. So put this down first. I think I'll go with the tacky glue for this. And those leftover bits I might just turn into a bow and then put them in the container ready to go on something else, rather than wrapping them around the skeins of cotton. Going around all the little cutouts just so I get a nice good adherence to our card without little bits popping up. And we are covering a lot of our cluster, but that's okay. You still get peeps of it, so I can live with it. go. Now before I glue this on, I'm thinking I don't have a comb, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do this without a comb. What have I got that might work? Maybe tweezers, excuse my reach, we'll try. Just want to sort of open up those individual strands a bit and feather them out a bit. Right. There's 6 strands per length, so they come in strands of 6 and then you separate them out. Oops, didn't mean to do that, wrecked my bow. Maybe I won't feather them out, maybe I'll just leave them as is. No, I'm going to have to start again because I completely wrecked it. Okay, no feathering. We are not going to be feathering. Okay, so it was round, round the back and through, I think is how I did it. Oops, it's trouble working with 3 different lots. It's making sure you grab all 3 of them. You know, it's very uneven now. Look at it. Never mind, we'll just trim it down. And it's not going to be feathered because I'm not going to muck around with it anymore. Those bits I am going to ditch. So we've still got a bit uneven there. Okay, it was worth a go. In fact, do I want to glue that way? Yes, I do. Glue plug there. I'm just going to put a little bit on those tails as well, just end of the loops, just to hold them in place and maybe give them a little protection from going in and out of a pocket. Just gives you an opportunity to give them a little shape too. There we go. Okay, we got there. Little adventures along the way. So we've got a tag. It is backed this time. I haven't inked it. I'm not sure if I'm going to. The ink won't settle too well on the shiny paper on the front, but I might do the back. So there we have a tag with fibres and cool colours. That's the challenge for this week, for the Deal It Up challenge. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you give it a go if you've never done one of these challenges before. They're just quick, fun, things to jumpstart your creativity for the week. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.